Hey guys, Master Miner here, and in the tournament I got first place, and once I was at 200, this guy kept on battling and trying to beat me, but I was 20 trophies ahead of him, so I basically beat him. So I beat him to the top. So I'm gonna show you guys some replays and a huge comeback. Remember when I lost the first time because I was using the wrong deck? This guy? Well, you guys will see him again soon. So, this guy, no, it's not that. These guys are not that serious with players. I didn't have a hard time with these guys. Let me just try to find one that I had a little bit trouble. AL with the mortar deck. Mortar decks are kind of very easy counter to this deck because they could cycle so fast with their rocket. It's unbelievable, and they could just rocket you to death with the mortar in the middle. So yeah, but we managed to beat him. So he's crying face first off, and I pump up first. Mortar, I place down Knight right there, and then I place down my Hog Rider to take care of that mortar, get that out of here, and that mortar dies quickly, and basically it's a good match basically. So he has Electro Wizard, and I place down my Ice Spear, and it doesn't die. I kill the Archer and the Electro Wizard, and I place down another pump, I believe, right now on that side, and he's gonna go ahead and rocket it. So wherever I put it, he's still gonna rocket, and I put it on the left side because that had less tower than the tower on the right side. You understand? So I placed down Knight for this again, and Hog Rider, basically the same way I stop everything. So I log and hog and take this mortar out as fast as possible. I don't want any shots on my tower, or then he'll just keep on rocketing me to death. Hold on, let me just turn off this music that I'm listening to. Alright, so now that we're back, I placed down another pump there. He cycles to his rocket fast, and it doesn't pump me anything. I should have placed down the pump in the middle, but yeah, I just gave him some good value there. And good thing I didn't place it down on the left side, because then he would have extreme value. So I placed down 3 Musketeers for his mortar here. He just wasted his rocket. I placed down 1 Elixir Skeletons, I believe. Yes, I do, and I log, and he doesn't place down anything, and both Musketeers were locked in the tower, doing a lot of damage basically. And yeah, I did a ton of damage to his tower. I Spirit, and then I pump up again. No, I don't pump up actually. Actually, I do pump up. I'm sorry guys, but he cycles back to his mortar as fast as he can. He really wants another mortar down. I do Musketeer it again and place down Skeleton so that it could distract the mortar long enough so I could place down a Knight so that the Electro Wizard does not make my second Musketeer retarget. Here I place down the Hog Rider, big push. He gets my Hog and my Knight, but he doesn't get the 2 Musketeers, and one of the Musketeers shot the tower a couple times, so that's pretty good. I hog, and then I log, and I got his Ice Spirit and his 1 Elixir Skeletons. Very good trade. And here we're gonna get to the tower here with this push, and it doesn't get to the tower, not quite, because mortar decks can cycle so fast. You can see the power basically. So I basically try my best to use my Knight and 3 Musketeers. He rockets it every time. I do hog here, and he plays down mortar in the middle. No, right there, I believe. Yep, right there. And we're just 2 logs away from winning. I kill his mortar here. I pump up again, I believe. No, I don't. I Spirit his Electro Wizard, and I should have pumped up so that I had a lot of elixir so that I could cycle to my log 2 times. So he gets my Knight and my 3 Musketeers again, so that's kind of annoying. I place down Hog and log and take this tower out. I Spear too late, and he gets 1 hit. Very disappointed, and he has 4 Archer down. That's how fast its cycle is. So I place down Hog on this side, and I log everything, and there's no way he could stop the log. So I take that victory, and I beat him. And I BM him for using that deck. So I paused when I found another hard deck that I faced. Here guys, I found Marvin, and Marvin, when I battled him now, he was in first place. I mean, no, he was in second place actually, and I was in first. And once he lost to me, he lost to everyone else. Basically, everyone beat him in the tournament, and he got 10th place. So, and he made the tournament. So he probably thought that he was gonna win, but not until I showed up. So here I see he's gonna fireball since I looked at his deck, and he does have the fireball. People don't learn; they just fireball the pump without knowing what my deck is. So the pump still comes with a bunch of elixir before he finally chooses to fireball it. And I place my 2 musketeers. He says wow because he wasted his fireball. And watch this, guys. I'm gonna place knight on this side since and placed on hog on this side since I know he has barbarians, and he's gonna want to counter my 2 musketeers and my knight with his barbarians. And I counter his barbarians so easily, and he has to cycle to another knight basically. So my hog gets to the tower and does a lot of damage, 590. He placed down another hog. I failed on this tornado though. I should have tornadoed it to my king tower, but it didn't. So yeah, so that was basically the match, and this time he learned to save his fireball, I believe. Yeah, he definitely did learn, but not quite because he fireballed there, and I placed on 2 musketeers again and countered his hog again, and he misplayed that goblin hut, so that's why my hog didn't go for his goblin hut. And yeah, that's just a 1 crown victory. And I'll try to find a level 8 that had really good cards and almost beat me. So yeah, guys, this level 8 right here, he almost beat me, guys. His deck is tournament standard basically, and when I was battling him, I was having internet connections, and it seems every time I try to watch the same replay, the Wi-Fi bar shows up. So maybe he's hacking or something, I don't know, but I highly doubt that he's hacking. It's just my connection. So I start off with skeletons since I don't have my pump in hand. He places down a level 4 golem, and mine is still level 3. I can't upgrade it because I don't have enough, and he's gonna fireball and zap it, and I was lagging at this point, so I couldn't see if he zapped it or not. So I placed down knight, and he zapped my 2 musketeers, and I just placed down the knight, and he placed down a mega minion from my other musketeer, and I tornadoed this so that his splash damage does not get to my tower. Did it? Nope. So yeah, basically he has graveyard golem, electro wizard, a log, I believe. I'm not sure. I don't know. He has that, but his graveyard is strong, and graveyard could counter this deck easily because you don't have minions, and you just have 1 elixir skeletons and a knight and a log and 3 musketeers if you're willing to spend 9 elixir on a graveyard. So yeah, I basically tried my best to get to the tower, and eventually I do. He kept fireballing the 2 musketeers, which allowed me to push on the other side with the one musketeer and a hog, and hog got there and took that tower out. And yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys one more replay. Same guy, Eduardo. He's the guy that beat me in the beginning when I was using the wrong deck, right here with a level 2 giant skeleton. He probably thinks that I'm new and at 2500 or something, and he's using the same mortar deck, guys. And this Wi-Fi bar is so annoying. I'll be right back, guys. So yeah, guys, sorry for the delay, and I only lost 1 time, and it's to this guy, and I was using the wrong deck. So basically I won each match that I played except for the one when I picked the wrong deck at the very beginning. And here's where I redeemed myself and proven that he can't even get one of my towers, and I could basically 2 crown him or even 3 crown him if he let it me, but his mortar deck cycles so fast. But I started with a elixir pump. He placed down aggressive mortar. I placed skeletons for this hog rider, and the mortar did get the skeletons, but I hog and I logged this, and good thing the mortar was targeted to that 1 skeleton on the right, so it didn't really target anything. So I placed my knight down for this, and I countered this along with his archers. And let's just speed forward. to when it actually works. I place down pump there. He decides to rocket it, and I know what his game is now. He just wants to defend with the mortar and rocket my tower down. But I'm not gonna let that happen. I have the 3 musketeers. What is he gonna do about it? Now look at this push, guys. He logs and he arrows this, and I don't want that mortar to take out my 2 musketeers, so I place on Ice Spirit, and it dies, and it targets a single musketeer, and two of my musketeers are logged onto the tower with the hog rider doing insane damage, and the tower's at 510 now, guys. Feeling so good about this match already. He decides to place down a mortar at the bridge, I believe. I'm not too sure. Maybe he does, or he doesn't. I place down pump again. See what he does, getting my skeletons ready for his mortar. He does something dumb here. He placed down a defensive mortar again. He should have placed it down. He should have placed it down to get the tower, so that once it's on my tower, I couldn't defend it because I didn't have a knight or a hog rider ready. And it's either he could rocket my pump and the 2 musketeers, or the tower 2 musketeers. I highly think that you should go for the pump and 2 musketeers, so I can't place down the 3 musketeers again. But he decides to go for the tower, thinking he could rocket me down. I place on Ice Spirit, hog, and that's it. And Ice Spirit gets his skeletons. Hog doesn't go for the mortar, and I get one shot by the hog here and do some damage to his knight with that 1 musketeer. He placed down another knight. I placed down 3 musketeers to counter his push here, and he gets countered really hard. And I place down skeletons, and he keeps placing down his mortar on that side just like that. My hog won't go for it, so I don't know why he keeps doing that. I take out his tower here, I take out his archer there, I take out his mortar here, and here's when I decide to go for the 3 musketeers in the middle, and he just rockets it, and we don't get his tower. Basically just a couple more seconds, and 536 is where it will stand, because he'll place down the mortar here and not give me that 2 crown victory. So that was the game, guys. I redeemed myself and proven that this guy can't beat me. Yeah, that's all I care about, right? Without problem. So yeah, guys, that was it. I got first place in this tournament. Hopefully I get something good in this chest. 25 cards. Hopefully I could continue on my goal to 1,000 cards, so that I could get that 10 gem achievement reward of 1,000 cards from tournaments. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time.